and welcome to my channel. Today we are actually playing Forza Horizon 3. Reason being is the fact it's not actually a content-based video, it's just a discussion and an update to you guys about my channel and my content. If you may have noticed, if you've watched my recent Forza Horizon 4 videos, you may have noticed I seem to be ranting a lot. I seem to get quite cross. It's just because I'm very upset with the game. I'm very upset with the quality of the updates, very upset with the car sounds. Just listen to this Supra. I know I've turned the game volume down, but if I go into first person, the sound of this Supra. It just sounds so pleasantly, and it's got quite a lot of grunt noise. That's the best way I can describe him. Where Forza Horizon 4 really has failed in the car sound department. As you probably well know from either your experience playing the game or watching my videos, in fact. Last week you may have noticed that the Maserati Ghibli SQ4 came out in Forza Horizon 4 last week, and I didn't actually release the video about it. The main reason why I didn't release a video about it is the fact that I just kept constantly ranting all the time. And I've been doing this for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and I feel like I just keep ranting in your face all the time, and I feel like I don't want to keep doing that to you. I don't want to be ranting at you all the time. I don't get picky over things very often, particularly. But this particular game, Horizon 4, has really hacked me off. Just going back to play this game again is just so much more enjoyable. The physics are better, the car sounds are better, and in certain senses the graphics are better. Because in Forza Horizon 4, the sunshine isn't even there. You look at it, it's just a white sky. Where in this game you can actually see the sun. I don't understand why Horizon 4's done that. It just makes it look really odd, the fact that there's something missing in the sky, and trying to take really cool photographs, which I enjoy doing, just isn't really possible. Pushing that to the side though, I'm talking about my content. As I mentioned about my last week's video, is the fact that I just keep ranting all the time. Like the Maserati Ghibli came out in Horizon 4 and it sounded horrible. It has that Maserati Levante S noise, which in theory makes sense, but it sounds horrible. And I just couldn't drive it. I actually just stopped halfway along my normal circuit and I just couldn't go any further. I just got too angry, and I just kept ranting at you again. I just don't want to do that every week. I don't want to come back to the game and then just rant every week. So I've had a bit of thought about this this thing. I've decided that the only reason why I'm keeping Horizon 4 is for three reasons. One, the amount of money I've actually plummeted into the game. I spent about £70, £80 pre-ordering the game and all that sort of thing. Buying the Ultimate Edition, for example. The other reason is the Ultimate Edition itself, like the fact I've actually got the Ultimate Edition case and everything, which I can imagine is actually not particularly common. I haven't seen one around. I've only ever seen one in CEX before. So that's just like rarity value is the reason why I'm keeping it. And the other reason why I'm keeping it is for Sod's Law. If you don't know what Sod's Law means, it sort of is I know it's a British expression saying something happens because you made a different decision. Like, if I keep Horizon 4, it's Sod's Law that... actually, no, if I get rid of Horizon 4, it's Sod's Law that the car sounds will be drastically improved and the game becomes amazing, but then I've got to then try and rebuy the game again. So that's the only reason why I'm keeping the game. And I am going back and getting the cars. I'm going to still continue buying and winning the cars because of this Sod's Law factor. And the fact that I just don't want to end up losing these cars and not being able to get them when the car sounds have been drastically improved. Now, also, another thing that's really hacked me off with Horizon 4 is this new LEGO DLC, What the hell is that all about? Like, the content we've been receiving in Horizon 4 and Horizon 3 hasn't been too bad. It's been a bit annoying, like the hoonigan cars, the drift trucks, blah, blah, blah. I get quite angry at them because they're not really my sort of thing. I don't really like that sort of content. I like this sort of thing, like retro supercars, retro cars, and 1980s, 90s, early 2000s cars. Not these like weird drift truck things. So I do get quite angry at that. But then now there's Lego DLCs come out. That's on a completely new level. Now I understand that's meant to be something fun, but you can't drive a Lego car. So that's even worse. Is the fact you can't even drive a Lego car in real life, and they stick it in the game. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It's baffling. So amongst all that, is another thing that's really hacked me off and why I don't like playing the game. Now, I just need your help, really. I know I'm blabbering as I normally do. I find it quite hard to talk and enjoy these car sounds at the same time. Normally I'm just so angry at car sounds, I just rant all the time. If I just plant myself in the car, mate, I might be able to concentrate on what I'm trying to say. Right. Horizon 4 has been very disappointing. Every time I see the game, every time I see it on YouTube, even just see a glimpse of that game, I see disappointment, anger, sadness, and just complete like waste of time and money, which is such a shame because I spent so much time and effort in that game to get all the cars, which I did. I succeeded, but then I realised that it was completely worthless because most of the cars in this game sound 20 times better. As you can hear by the Carrera GT I just drove around in, that sounds amazing in comparison to how it does in Horizon 4. Now, the reason for this video is to tell you that I'm probably not actually going to do any Forza Horizon 4 content anymore. I know we're 7 minutes into the video and I haven't even said this, but I do think it's not worth my while doing this anymore. The only trouble is that leaves me with nothing to do every week. Like, at the moment, for 10 months now, this game's been out, and every week I come back to the game and said, oh, look, here's new cars, here's the car pass, there are 2 new car pass cars, and then we had, like, the Forza Fon cars, and then we had, like, the, and all that sort of thing. We had new cars every week that I came back and played and did a video about. However, because I'm so disappointed with this game, I just don't want to play it anymore. I don't even want to keep it anymore, but for those 3 reasons that I mentioned earlier, that's the only reason why I'm keeping the game. But I'd rather play this than Horizon 2. Like, the car sounds are just so much better. Horizon 3 is the first Forza I ever played. I bought the Xbox specifically to buy this game because it seemed so good. I came here for this game for the car sounds because they're the best car sounds I've ever heard. I don't think any game has stood up to this game for car sounds. The car list is immense. Like, it's got some really rare cars in it. The Alfa Romeo 155 Q4, the Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale. That's a rare car as it is. Then you got the Renault Alpine A110, I think it is, the turbo 1990s thing. I could just list hundreds of cars that are so rare and what brought me to this game. So that's 2 factors. And the other factor is graphics. So there's 3 factors why I came to this game. Was the graphics, car sounds, car list. Horizon 4, on the other hand, only doesn't really do any of them. Graphics, yeah, the graphics are decent. I've got to say the actual, like, the detailing is really good. But I just find the colours are a bit too saturated, if that makes any sense. Like, the trees look extra green, and the plants look extra purple or pink or whatever they are, and I find that can be a little bit weird. It's like you're driving through some kind of, like, I don't know, some kind of mysterious futuristic ish. I don't know. It's hard. Like, mystical wonderland sort of thing is the best way I can describe it. It's not particularly realistic. Now, if you've ever played Drive Club, I know it's a PlayStation exclusive, but if you like myself, you've got a PlayStation and an Xbox. Drive Club's definitely a worthwhile game to play because they've got photorealistic graphics, which these Forzas don't seem to do photorealistic graphics, which is unfortunate. But photorealistic graphics are immense on Drive Club, and I think that's what they should have done with Horizon 4. So that means the graphics side thing hasn't stacked up this one so well into Horizon 3 because the colours are just a bit too saturated for my liking. Whether you can change that, I'm not quite sure, but it seems just a little bit too saturated for my liking. And the fact it's got no sunshine, which I find really weird. I don't know if you've noticed it before, but if you look at the sky in that game, it's just a white or a very bright sky. There's no sort of round depiction of the sun, which is quite weird. So the graphics is slightly down in this game. The car list, and I've got to grant Horizon 4. The car list is really good. Like you've got the brand new Apollo IE. That's an amazing car. It's got some other rare cars like the Jaguar C-Type in it. You don't often see that anywhere in other games. And so on. We've got so many rare cars, but they have, unfortunately, due to Toyota's special license agreement with Gran Turismo, we haven't got Toyota in the game, which I know it's not Turn 10's fault, but it still puts a downer on the car list. It feels like something's missing. Some of the magic's missing. And I'm sure this is not just me who's saying this. I'm sure there's lots of others are saying the same thing. The next thing is the car sounds. Now, this is the biggest thing. Now, I watched The Racing Monkey. He's quite a popular Forza YouTuber. Back when he did Horizon 3 content. And that's what drew me to Horizon 3, sorry, because Horizon 3 had amazing car sounds. I thought, oh my god, listen to that Bugatti, that sounds amazing. Listen to that, I don't know what it was, a Bentley Continental Concept thing. It's the EXP10, I think it is. Now that's a rare car in itself in this game. There's so many rare cars in this game, and they sound so good. They sound so realistic. And also, when you let go of the accelerator, it doesn't have this weird crackle noise that it does in Horizon 4. I don't know what that's meant to depict, but for some reason, they've just made this like horrible crackling noise. Now, if I jump into the Lotus Esprit in this game, it's got this crackling noise, but it sounds so good. Which I think is what they're trying to depict, but they've really sucked at it. Lotus. And the other problem with the car sounds in Horizon 4 is that they're so repetitive. Excuse me. All the car sounds in Horizon 3, not all of them, admittedly, there's some of them that need a bit of improvement. Like the Ford F-150 pickup truck should have a V6 noise, but for some reason it's got a V8 noise in this game, which is wrong. But I think it's for every one bad sound in Horizon 3, I can think of 5 bad sounds in Horizon 4. So yeah, it just goes to show. Also, the repetitiveness of car sounds. Just they're just using the same sound every time. Like the Lotus Esprit in Horizon 4 sounds like that Nissan R390 and the Noble M400 or M500. Oh, just listen to this car. It's just listen to these cars. Now these sort of crackles are fine. They sound really good. They sound quite realistic. Wherein just in Horizon 4, you let go of the accelerator, you just cringe. One of the most cringiest car sounds I've ever heard is the BMW straight 6 noises in Horizon 4. Especially the later ones, like the M346. That is such a cringe-worthy noise. I don't know if you can hear the cars. I don't know whether my capture card's glitching out, so I do apologise because it seems to be going like a black screen every now and again. But anyways, so I'm just very angry at Turn 10 Playground Games for producing such a crap game. After playing this game, and this was the first ever Forza I played, I expected Horizon 4 to be better than this, as you would expect for the later game, but it wasn't. It's not even in the same league. So this is the thing that's really caused me to not play Horizon 4 anymore. I don't feel like I want to play Horizon 4 anymore. I don't want to do any videos on Horizon 4 because I'd just be sitting there ranting at you all the time. I don't want to rant at you because you guys want to watch me play a game and review a car, but I don't want to be ranting at you every week. And this is what I keep doing. Like I can think of so many cars like the last few weeks that have just been complete disappointments all the way round. Like the Maserati MC12 Competizione, I think it's called, or Squadra Corsa, or whatever one of them two. that sounds like a Ferrari F12. Why? It shouldn't sound anything like that. Then you've got the Ferrari Enzo. Now, the Ferrari Enzo in this game, Horizon 3, sounds so good. Again, it's another car that just sounds epic, but sounds crap in Horizon 4. The list goes on, really. I just could sit here and talk about and just destroy Horizon 4. And I can't say this game's perfect. Horizon 3's still got its problems. Like, it has got things such as, like when you go into your car menu, you can't sort of select your car company because you have to scroll through the list, which is relatively time-consuming and annoying. And also, there's a couple of things where the gear stick doesn't move, which I don't think it does in Horizon 4 anyway, but the paddles move, like the flappy paddles, they move when you press the gears, but most of the time they're broken in Horizon 4. Because in Horizon 4, you push it, and he either does the wrong animation, or the car makes it sound like it's changing gear with a gear stick, but it's actually an automatic, or it's a flappy paddle. It's very weird. It's a very, very broken game. Now, I have gibbered on for 16 minutes, which I'm sure none of you are watching this now, but what I'm trying to say is the fact that I just don't think I'll be doing any Forza Horizon 4 content every week now. As you've noticed that my Maserati Ghibli video's gone. I didn't even bother uploading that because I just thought I'm ranting too much. I can't even, it's too embarrassing. I'm just ranting all the time. So it's not worth putting that out. So now this is the problem. I'm still going to play the game. I'm still going to go on the game every week and get the new car just to protect myself if the game suddenly has a major update and makes the game good again. Or make it good as great as this game anyway. I doubt this will happen. Although, I think the Lego expansion was the last expansion for this game, Horizon 4. Which is good. Because that will mean that now more effort can be put into actually like fixing the quality of life of the game. So actually like improving the car sounds and that sort of thing. The car sounds are the biggest thing. They are the biggest thing. Even the physics in Horizon 3 are better than Horizon 4. For some obscure reason, when you push the brake pedal or the brake button in Horizon 4, your car has a very weird tendency to lock up every time. Like, you press the brake pedal and the brakes lock up. But you've got the ABS on, so that shouldn't happen. It should lock up, stop locking, lock up, stop locking, and stop, and that sort of thing. Just constantly do that. That's what ABS does. Why it just locks up and you just start skidding off, and also the sense of speed doesn't seem to be very good. But I think the sense of speed wasn't very good in this either. But I think because the physics were better, you could sort of recover from an error. Because if you're going too fast around a corner, it's like, oh, put the brakes on, you actually do stop. When Horizon 4, you go, oh my god, I'm going too fast, push the brake pedal, and you just slide and crash. And I find that very annoying. However, if the car sounds were as good as this, and the graphics weren't too saturated and had that sunshine, because if you see, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get any footage of this, but if you actually look up to the sunshine in this game, you can see the sun. It's got some like light contours coming out of it. It's nice details. I like details like that, especially when I like taking photographs. If you follow me on Twitter, you see sometimes I put some pictures out of me playing the games. Like, got some good pictures of me like driving an M5 through a tunnel or something like that. I always do some good pictures. I try and do some good pictures every now and again. And it's hard to do that in that game because it looks odd without the sunshine being there. So the graphics aren't as good, but then that's not a major thing. The major thing for me is these car sounds. The pathetic content such as the Lego stuff. Now, I'm probably the only one who's actually ranting about this Lego thing. 'Cause every time I've seen like a review or anything, everyone seems really happy about it, but I hate it. I think it's rubbish. Do you know, I wouldn't have cared so much about this Lego DLC if they kept it a separate thing. Now, what would have been the most ideal thing is having Forza Lego as a separate disc, a separate download, and a separate game. But they haven't. They've actually stuck it with Horizon 4, which is like a completely irrelevant game. Like, you're going for childish Lego racing versus trying to be realistic, like real life Forza. So it doesn't really make much sense to me. And to make things worse, I thought maybe the Lego doesn't actually drive with real cars. I thought that might protect it a little bit. Have something completely separate entity. So have like the Lego DLC completely separate. So you can't actually drive the Lego cars in Horizon Britain. However, in the trailers and that, you can clearly see that a lot of the normal cars are driving around with the Lego cars. So that's ruined that. That's just completely blown this out of the water. So really, to be honest, I need your help with this. I need to know. I want to know why you're subscribing to my channel. I need to know what you're watching on my channel, because the most popular things I've actually got on my channel is GTA 5 car sounds and a couple of the exclusive DLC vehicles in Horizon 4, like the Colorado and the Civic Type R 2018. So those two cars are quite popular. I don't know why, but they are really popular. Like, I think the Colorado video is my second most popular video, which is just crazy. But the most popular stuff is GTA. Unfortunately, GTA is dying. You can clearly see GTA is dying. I'm not seeing as much content out there these days. Like with pictures, like Snapmatics. I'm not seeing many videos these days. It is dying out. But then again, bless the game. It's like what, 5 years old now. It is aged quite badly. Well, it's not badly. It's actually quite a good game to play. I played it again the other day, briefly, and it has aged. Admittedly, there's a few graphics you think, oh, that's quite bad. But that's what I used to do. That's the GTA is what brought my channel to life. But because that game's dying, and the last time we actually got a DLC was, I think it was about 4 months ago. The last car we received was about 4 months ago. So, but apparently there is a casino DLC coming out for this game. Not for Horizons, for the GTA. So for GTA, a casino's coming out. There's been some leaks and rumors and changes going on with the game. So that would be good. If they could bring a DLC back, then that means that'll bring me back into doing GTA YouTubing stuff, and that'll bring my content back up again. But unfortunately, I've been relying on Horizon 4 for the last 10 months, and Horizon 4's failed me. I can't play that game. I don't want to do any videos on it because I just keep ranting at your face all the time. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to like down your mood because I'm pissed off with Horizon 4. Like, so what I need is some content ideas, perhaps, and maybe, or even why you're watching my videos. Maybe I need to go back and doing those test drive showcase videos. I've noticed that the Hot Pursuit videos that I did, like showcasing the cars in that game, have done really well. Some of them got over 100 views, which is quite a lot for a normal like test drive showcase video. Maybe you want more of that sort of stuff. Maybe you actually still want me to rant in your face about Horizon 4. It's your choice. But I do need the support. I know I've yapped on for 22 minutes, but yeah, I can't play Horizon 4. I can only go on it to earn a car, then come out and play this again, play Horizon 3, or even play The Crew 2, which is what I've been enjoying lately, because that game is the substitute to Horizon 4, and it's not very good. I don't think The Crew is that not really a good game. It's not that good, to be honest. The car sounds are pretty rubbish. The physics are pretty rubbish. The graphics are rubbish because you can't even, for some peculiar reason, you can't change the screen size. So on my TV, it's really small. Like the screen's got like a huge black gap in between the screen and the edge of my telly, and I can't change it. So that's put the down on the graphics there. Um, Although I can change my telly settings, but it messes up all the other games. So I don't know, it's a bit weird. So I had to play something that's not very good because Horizon 4 was worse. If that makes any sense. But yeah, even if you want to see maybe the Crew 2 content, I do. Well, I was gonna do a new video on it the other day. I was the live summit was releasing the Lamborghini Huracan Performante, but you had to be in the top 3,000 people online to win it. And of course, me only owning the game for a week by that time, I obviously didn't get it, so I couldn't win the car. But if they do make it easier for content, maybe if a DLC comes out, I will certainly do the Crew 2 content. That's definitely for sure. So let's just do a point. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this like sort of timer in the video in the comments below, just sort of an overview of the video. So this is going to be the overview of the video. So here is my overview. Horizon 4. That game sucks. The graphics aren't as good as Horizon 3. The car sounds are abysmal, especially compared to this. If you've been watching previously, you saw me driving around the Supra and the Carrera GT and this Lotus Esprit. You can see that the car sounds are just terrible in Horizon 4, and the car list is very good in Horizon 4. But there's some rare cars that I came to Horizon in the first place for have been removed, such as the 155 Alfa Romeo and the Bentley XP10 concept car. So yeah, we have lost a few cars, but the car list is pretty good in Horizon 4. But I've decided I'm not going to do any videos for that game anymore because I feel like I'm ranting at your face too often. I get too angry with the car sounds every week. I get disappointed with the car sounds every week. And all I do is rant. And I don't want to do that. I just don't want to upset you. I don't want to put you in a bad mood because I'm in a bad mood. And I don't want to do that anymore. I just don't want to be disappointed and shouting down a mic every week because I'm pissed off with the car sounds. So I'm not going to do any more Forza Horizon 4 content. So with Forza Horizon 4 content down, I've got no channel content left. Which does leave, well, the only content I could do is GTA and The Crew 2. Now I've got The Crew 2, that's a good game to do. But unfortunately, there hasn't been any DLCs for that game. I haven't experienced a DLC release on that game yet. And to receive any live summit vehicles, which is like a festival playlist in Horizon 4, you have to be in the top 3,000 people to win it. And obviously, with me being as unexperienced as me and being crap at games, I obviously couldn't get it. So that's going to make it harder for me to make videos on that game for new content. But if they do release maybe like a paid DLC, for example, like I don't know, a Nissan pack or something, I don't know, then I'll do a video on them. GTA, on the other hand, GTA is what made my channel in the first place. The most popular GTA videos are the best sounding car videos, but I can't do them all the time because it's just going to be the same video over and over again with maybe an extra couple of cars added. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to keep like repeating myself. I don't want to be like Mr. Boss for the win. So I don't want to keep repeating myself making useless content. So I don't really want to do that. And I'd also, the fact that we haven't actually received an update for that game since February. So that's, and it's, what, June now. So it's quite a long time ago since we received our last car in that game. But we are maybe receiving a casino DLC in a couple of weeks, maybe next week. So that's quite exciting, and that may mean I'm gonna have more content. So yeah, so Horizon 4. I'm sorry, unless you want me to, I won't be doing any more Forza Horizon 4 content, unless they make that game as good as Horizon 3. If not, then I'm sorry, I'm not playing it. And GTA, on the other hand, I will do videos on that once the DLC has been released. As of course, I'm a big fan of GTA. I've been enjoying that game, and of course that's what made my channel in the first place. So that's a good game to do. The Crew 2, that game I will do videos on if a DLC comes out for that game, like a paid DLC, and if I manage to get in the top 3,000 people and win a car. So yeah, that's what's going on so far. If you've got any content ideas you'd like me to do, maybe you want to see some PlayStation 3 games. Maybe you want to see some me playing Test Drive Unlimited 2. That would be a good one. I wouldn't mind doing that, like doing like maybe retrying Test Drive Unlimited 2, like playing it through again, or something like that. Doing something maybe interesting, maybe with older games, because the newer games just don't seem to be stacking up to the previous games. So yeah, there we go. Thank you very much for watching this very lengthy video. Of course, I'm going to stick that little bit at the start to say video overview here, because obviously I've gibbered on a bit too long. So yeah, that's it. No more Horizon 4 content. Now, of course, today is Thursday, and we're going to get the Fiat Dino Coupe in Horizon 4. So I will go off and do it, but I won't do any videos on it because I just feel sorry for you. I just feel sorry I'm ranting in your face every week. So yeah, there we go. Well, thank you very much for watching anyway, and hopefully I'll see you in another video. Maybe it might be on something a bit different, maybe a test drive, or maybe an old Call of Duty or something, I don't know. We'll see. But let me know what you would like to see down below, and hopefully I'll see you in another video. Bye.